All right, go for it. And I'll be translating.
Well, what I think, and Jon Favreau directed obviously the first couple Iron Man movies. Always said, you know, the heart of the movie is Pepper and Tony, and I think it's what. Like I was talking to a female journalist today, and they said, you know, I usually don't go for this sort of movie, and I liked it, and it's obvious because there's something a little bit more accessible and mature and interesting about the relationship. So we wanted to kind of go to the next level. And Gwyneth always acts like, oh, I don't even know what you guys are doing, but she's actually really smart and savvy about this stuff. And we wanted her to have more to do, and we wanted her character's arc to be more significant, didn't we?
Okay, should I try and do it in French to save you?
Why not? Yeah, on applaudit. Elle va essayer de de parler en français. Moi, je trouve que ça passe absolument.
Okay. Je vais essayer. Donc, dans le premier film, Pepper, elle est très mignonne. Elle est toujours en train d'aider Tony avec son travail. Elle était très bien, elle était mignonne, mais maintenant, dans la troisième, elle est beaucoup plus forte, beaucoup plus intéressante. Aussi, la relation entre Tony et Pepper, c'est un petit peu plus compliqué. Et moi, je pense que Pepper était très amusant pour faire cet film, le troisième. C'est le meilleur pour moi.
Wow, that's what I call girl power, talking in French.
Jewish girls talking in French, very sexy.
Je fais le sport chaque jour, 5 fois au semaine. Alors, j'ai besoin de faire un petit plus pour le film et aussi avec mon nourriture. Et j'ai mangé un petit plus bien. Mais Robert aussi, il est très fort. Did you do any preparation?
As you all know, I'm a kung fu master. So most of my training was internal.
Comme Robert a dit, je pense que le centre de le film, c'est la relation entre Pepper et Tony. Et il y a beaucoup de special effects, mais je pense que la raison que c'est un petit peu mieux que les autres films de ce genre, c'est parce que la relation, la dynamique entre les deux, c'est plus intéressant.
Agree?
Yeah, I mean, sure. After Avengers came out and was so critically and financially successful, we just figured we had to do something, you know, we had to do something that was unexpected again. And Shane Black, I know the French people and press are very warm to him, and I think there's a reason he's very well deserving of his reputation as an artist. Relationships? No. Again, you know, I try to think about what the audience is hoping for. People are under the impression that Tony is kind of a little more real, and you know, obviously I've drawn on some of my own experience playing the guy. But at this point, it kind of feels this strange kind of life imitating art, imitating life, and we just wanted to make something a little bit deeper. I think this film is a little bit, it has more depth, but I think it also has it's very entertaining and actually very funny in a way that kids will like and adults don't seem to mind either. Why? No, you're smarter. They like it when you talk. Come on, we'll talk at the same time.
Okay, and le scénario
This is how we work.
Le scénario était drôle aussi, mais pour moi, Robert est la chose plus drôle de le scénario parce que il toujours est en train de changer les mots, et les idées. Alors, ça c'est le humeur, c'est de lui.
That's actually a really good question. And
Bonne question.
John Toll shot this movie as one of our great American DPs, and Shane really was looking at movies from the 60s. He was looking at European culture. He was looking at noir film. He really wanted this to feel kind of like a detective story in some way, and also wanted to kind of break the mold of the way sometimes these films look. There's very wide shots, there's very close shots, and then there's shots that used to be green that they changed into other things. He wanted it to feel like it really did have a visual style, and he wanted it to seem a little bit more immediate. No. People are pretty normal, and the ones that aren't, I have a huge security team that deals with. We've been arguing, by the way. It's just about personal. Why didn't you come down to see the baby? Believe it or not, Marvel went to Shane of their own accord. That is the truth, and I actually approved him after they were already. So we at this point in the game, we all know each other well enough. We kind of anticipate each other's instincts, and also seeing as how it was Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, that was kind of my screen test for Iron Man. But the first couple of days, I mean, you know, Gwyneth doesn't really know Shane, and she didn't really know Joss, and her and Jon Favreau were very close, and so it's been this kind of odd transition, and sometimes she look at Shane and go, he's very odd. I mean, what is he doing? And Shane is so enamored with Gwyneth that he would be like, you know, or whatever. So, but then what happens is when we start working together and when we're working on the scenes, it's just, I don't know, I've never had a better chemistry with anyone than you. And there's something about it that, you know, just really translates well to film. So Shane would just kind of put us together and leave us alone and be eccentric and then say, cut.
Était pour moi un petit peu bizarre quand nous avons commencé parce que le premier du film était avec John. Il est très important pour les films d'Iron Man. Et aussi, il était là comme acteur, comme comédien, pardon. Alors, était un petit peu bizarre parce que donc Shane était là, mais John était là aussi. Mais Shane était le réalisateur. Mais la vérité, c'est que Shane a beaucoup de talent. Le scénario était magnifique, le meilleur que le 3, je pense. Et alors, était très bien.
Surtout que vous avez beaucoup de scènes avec Happy Hogan.
Oui.
Voilà.
Pour moi, c'était comme acteur, je ne sais pas, mais pour moi, c'était quand j'ai qu'est-ce que c'est le mot? Leur mort.
Ah oui.
Oui, ça a été très bien pour moi. Et toi?
First of all, I feel like an asshole. You know, I would have spoken French, but I was raised by wolves. She went to all these nice schools, and they spent all this goddamn money. She's all fancy, and comes out and you just love her. I'm an animal. I'm an ugly American. Right? They don't teach French in jail. We had a steam shower scene. It was a 3-day shoot. They didn't use any of it. They said the kids couldn't watch it. She saved the footage. I mean, these films are particularly serious, but the heart of the movie is kind of, you know, she finds Tony in a bad way. He admits he's messed up. And somehow or other, there's this resolution where she kind of hugs him and then says she's going to run a shower and he's going to join her. To me, it was like conflict resolution. It was this. To me, it's the most important scene in the movie because she goes one way for a bunch of it, and he goes another way. But if you don't have it rooted in, this is a couple who knows how to be honest with each other and love each other and resolve their conflicts, then who cares if they get back together? I think, but yeah, I mean, hopefully this movie was about, we tried to make it kind of clear, it's about transcending the need to be attached to that mask. It's a pretty lofty idea. But he also does it. I mean, it's stupid. It's kind of like almost an old Chevalier thing. He'll give it all up for love, you know. See what you do to me?
Avec mes enfants, c'est impossible. Ils sont complètement addictés à le petit iPod. Je ne sais pas, c'est horrible. je les demandais une question, ils sont toujours comme ça. Mais ça, c'est le monde maintenant. Alors, je pense qu'on a besoin d'adapter un peu, mais c'est pas fantastique avec les enfants.
We were at a Moroccan restaurant last night with some friends, and Gwyneth joined us. She graced us with her presence. 5 minutes later, we were buying her Paris city app.
No, it's not out yet.
Well, then how do we buy it? Oh, we bought the London one. The Paris isn't out yet. So it really is funny, you know, like 5 years ago, things were one way, and now it's like she's very kind of entrenched in this as a way of doing business, as a way of doing stuff, you know. I go near her computer and it breaks, which is funny because I play this like tech genius.
Robert guarantees.
I mean, it's a crapshoot every time, you know. Gwyneth came and did a couple days on Avengers. He's like, I haven't even seen it. Did it do all right? Unprecedented success. She and I are the secret sauce. We don't want to boast, but we are the secret sauce. As far as the future, who knows?